Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Human beings, we are going to continue looking at Islam and your health of every individual. And what does Islam? Well, first of all, the question we ask, I do ask you, I'll ask you, what does Islam mean to you as an individual? On parts of this planet Earth. So with that, we are looking at someone need ask, what if they were to perform a ritual? Rituals, they follow under the category of practices of fitness. Any ritual that is outside the prayers that were laid down by Allah, those practices, in one way or the other, they involve sadistic practices, as well as when you go into that whatever in sadistic practice, that's when men and women venture into the world of psychological and physical mutilation of others, because any ritual will mean that you have to perform a ritual either on individuals, whom we say others, and that is forbidden by holy divine law. Take for instance, there are people who say they are witches. Allah has forbidden all of those things. Allah says in the Holy Quran that men and women, when you are in your mother's womb, there is nothing like that which you call rituals and practices. They are not there. And with that, Allah, if you were to study the biological procedures of how Allah prevents deadly diseases and practices attaching themselves on the creation that takes, which is taking, the creation taking whatever the creation is taking place with whatever the baby in the womb. In modern times, medically, they tell you that if a mother of a child has AIDS, and she becomes pregnant and she has AIDS, that child is 99% protected from the virus while the child is being created. Do you know why? That is to tell you that Allah gives protection Allah gives the highest protection to every detail of beauty, to every creation He creates. Because the child in the womb of a mother who has AIDS, the child, that creation in the womb of a mother who has AIDS, did not participate in what made the woman who has AIDS. The child did not participate in what she did, that she ended up catching AIDS. So with that, Allah protects that creation in order to tell men that even though the mother who carries the womb is in any other state, she does not know what the child or what the creation in the womb eats. She doesn't know. He doesn't know what the way that the child is talking. He doesn't know anything. So with that, all these rituals you men and women talks about, these are practices of fitna. Because if a child, Allah can protect a child, you imagine a child is sitting in the womb of a woman who has AIDS. Every single red blood cell of a person who has AIDS is infected with AIDS. But Allah measures and protects. Allahu Akbar, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Men and women, if you knew the beauty that Allah gave to His most holy, beautiful religion of Islam, you would love this religion because it's very pure, it's very clean. Very, very, very beautiful religion, very, very clean. And Allah says, life is a religion. And that most holy, beautiful religion is Islam. So Allah says, He is a Christian taking whatever in a woman's womb, but a woman has it, to prove to you that men and women do not ever go out of your mind and say, we are witches, we are descendants, in order to justify, because when you do that, it's fitting against your own self. If you tell a lie to your brain, your heart will have a problem. If you tell a lie to your heart, your brain will have a problem. With that, if you are to practice any kind of ritual, in one way or the other, you are engaged in what we call physical and psychological mutilation of those other whatever Christians which you intend to involve or to whatever in order to perform your rituals. So that way Allah has forbidden that. Allah has forbidden it. So with that, men and women, Islam is a very, very, very beautiful religion. Very, very holy, beautiful religion. However, in modern times, men became infested with what you call sects. There are so many sects, and these sects arises from the whatever that men do not understand what really Islam is. Men and women do not understand what Islam is, because if someone was to perform a ritual and by mistake or whatever, that ritual can become, it's like in modern times, because you have things like which say in your social media, you have things where you say, this is what trending. If I was not, I've never looked at any trending, whatever stories, whatever. But if you have to look at those things that they say they are trending, you find that in one way or the other, let's say 89% of those trending whatever on social media, they have what you call a sadistic or a psychological or physical whatever of other creations, whereby it moves, it pulls you out of the true religion of Islam, and it puts on a whatever that the only way you can be trending is by throwing something on the social media which depicts or which has content that has psychological and physical mutilation of others. That way, the speed at which that trend, whatever is on promotes what we call, whereby men find that the men end up in a whatever, where they find that they get entertainment. Yeah, what you call they enter into a field whereby they get entertainment in what you call psychological and physical mutilation of others, and that is forbidden. You are not allowed to engage in any act which promotes the desecration of your own dignities, as well as your own dignities, as well as your or any other body's dignity. You are not supposed to engage in such kind of practices where you promote something that it depicts something that is very derogative to your own dignities. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi.